All right. Let's start getting into this. See if we can find some trades. Good evening, Bernard. How you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Oh boy, Bitcoin. Yo, what is up, JB? How you doing? All right, so we got some good news. Good news on the weekly time frame. We did hold support at 104,623. Bad news, we're still pretty high up in that bullish control zone. Let's check out our daily. Daily is a little more neutral. Daily doesn't look that bad. We still lost our uptrend though. But we almost made a 50% retrace. That's kind of nice. We really got to see what is about to happen on this market open tomorrow and or what the overseas markets are going to be doing tonight. But as of right now, on the 4 hour, it looks like we're finding major resistance on this downtrend. Major resistance. Like, this thing is pulling. So, if this is the case, we do have a target for downside, in which I would mark this out just like this. We could be seeing ourselves going down to 100,309. Just waiting on tariff dump or a pause rip. Gotta love the goofy market. Yeah, it is goofy. Mikkel, how you doing? What is up? What is up? How you doing? Alright, so yeah, this is a interesting little time for Bitcoin, but there is an opportunity at downside. Could be up to 4% to the downside, which I don't think that would be great, but your 4 hours basically indicating it can happen. So just be vigilant of that. We currently have an uptrend that we're going to have to break. So there's that too. This is the current uptrend we are holding. So if we can hold, if we can come down, touch it, and blast to the upside, we'll be just fine. But yeah, right now this kind of resembles a bear flag to me. So we'll see how it goes. I hope everyone is well this evening. I'm tired as shit today. I don't know what was wrong with my son, but he was like crying for hours. Ugh, terrible. I keep seeing rumors about Powell resigning tomorrow. Sounds like bullshit. Anyone else hearing that? I hope it's true. I hope it's true. I've been calling for rate cuts for the past, like, what, 3 months? 4 months? I don't know. It's been a long time. I'm like, cut the damn rates. What are we doing? Because they keep saying, oh, well, our unemployment's fine. And, you know, people are now doing buy now, pay later to buy groceries. I don't think the economy's doing that good if that's the case. You really wouldn't want that silly rumor to play out. The Fed showing weakness would cause mass panic in the markets. Now, fuck that. Allow that to happen, because then whoever steps in, they're going to start cutting rates. That's all I really care about. Cut the damn rates. They're talking about they want peak employment or maintain employment or whatever. Jobless claims continues to go up. Unemployment stays steady. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, why are they not doing it? Not that I'd mind. I always like a sale. I always like shorting the market. But either way, it's like Pal's just asleep at the wheel right now. I don't know. As soon as I started hearing people are using buy now, pay later to like actually pay for groceries, that was a problem. That was the biggest problem I could have ever heard. And I was like, hey, Fed, what are we doing? How's this okay? That's a bad idea. People are literally pulling out credit to eat. That's bad. That's really bad. Anyways, I digress. So yeah, right now with Bitcoin, it doesn't look great. Let's check out the liquidation heat map. Let's see if everybody's shorting it. See what they're doing. Oh shit. There's $71 million up for the taking right this very second. It looks like they're seeking that out, and it could cause a cascading effect to the downside. There is some liquidity overhead. They did stop out some of the shorts already, and then they just went straight after the throat here. Holy. Let's check out the weekly. On the weekly, I mean, all of our liquidity is overhead. So if we're just going from the standpoint of liquidity, we would be going up. The people saying that the U.S. is cooked and Citing global entities are failing to realize that said international entities have already cut, yet we haven't. If the rest of the world has cut but the US has not, then no shit, the US looks cooked by comparison. Yeah, sort of. Oh, sir, Dog and Me and Ondo. Yeah, we can check those out. Even if rates go down, prices will not. Prices were never meant to go down. Sorry, they were never meant to go down. We were never shooting for deflation. Deflation is way worse than inflation. We do not want deflation. Deflation is, considering the massive amount of debt the US is in, trust me, they do not want deflation. Deflation would be the worst thing ever. Because then all that debt becomes more expensive. That would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. We're good there. Dog and Me and Ondo. Yeah, if debt gets more expensive, oof, that would be horrendous. There's a reason why China's like printing like crazy. It's because they started getting deflation, and it's like, uh-oh, we can't have that. So they start printing like crazy until they have inflation again. Deflating would collapse our debt economy. Not plausible. It would collapse the debt economy. It would be absolutely terrible. Alrighty, so I have a very small list for you guys. We're just looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Sol that I'm getting to your guys' requests, but I'm actively looking for trades tonight, so that's what I'm gonna be focused in on. That's understandable, but prices have gone up too much in way too short of a time. That's true, but remember, all they wanted to do was stop inflation for like just to get back to 2%. They never wanted to cause deflation. If we end up seeing inflation hit, let's just say 1.8% for 2 readings, the Fed's gonna drastically start cutting rates because they know that they fucked up. Like, they know it at that point. Well, yeah, companies passed the buck to the consumer until the consumer started tapping out. Very true, they did. They really did. Now companies are going to have to eat it. Exactly. That's why tariffs are not inflationary, especially right now. Dog with hat to the moon. We can check out Whiff. I got you. Whiff. We'll check it out. I have no idea what it did today. I just know that I dropped the ball on Cookie. Cookie had a great day. It was up like 20%. 19. Yeah, it hit my target. Was I in this trade? Of course not, because I was busy with my child. But yeah, that hit, that was absolutely magnificent. And I missed so much of that. Oh well. Going to Ethereum. Ethereum's doing probably the worst thing we could imagine right now. This is not good. You not only tested that level once, you tested it twice. You confirmed this level as resistance. This is really, really terrible for Ethereum. The bullish case is kind of going out of the window. So, what I would be looking at for Ethereum, which, too bad, so sad. Let's just go with right here. Because, yeah, that was a nice area of resistance. We could very, very well be looking at 23.91. We definitely confirmed a resistance there. Definitely confirmed. And then we have this nice downtrend to work off of. So anything in this downtrend or close to it, we're going to be looking to short it. But we can tell this area right here is not playing any games. I agree with you, Porky. JP needs cut that shit. It's easier for them because they rich, but us poor folks are struggling. Well, that's it's funny because, like, even if you say stuff on the internet, like, apparently everybody on TikTok, they're all very well off because they don't see it. And I'm like, y'all are insane. You need to look at some other metric besides your local, like, gardening store. Are we serious? Robinhood sitting on that self-custody, burning a hole in their pockets. Oh, boy. About time the silly junior dog coin did something. That's funny. That's pretty funny. All right, so there's a strong possibility Ethereum sees a 4% drop. Let's check out the 4-hour real quick. Yeah, your 4 hour's not really doing you any favors with this giant bearish engulfing candle that's going to close in the next 33 minutes. Ugh. That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. All right, moving on from Ethereum, we have XRP. So XRP's, I'm still in ballpark of 78 cents. I'm still in that camp. I'm going to keep on yelling it from the rooftops. 78, well, I want 58 cents, but 78 cents for now. Anyways, we have this little area that is acting as resistance, and we're starting to get that bearish engulfing candle. I live in the Bay. Almost everyone who lives here makes 6 figures, and we struggling. Yeah, the Bay Area is known as like one of the most expensive areas in the world. Like it's kind of wild. Kind of wild. Here's our downtrend that we're working off of, so we could chop around a bit till we hit it. But yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing on XRP, especially with the daily hidden bearish divergence like I mentioned pretty often. But it's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing. So currently, next move we could see out of XRP would be this right here. We could see XRP make a nice little plunge down to $1.93. This is a possibility of 10% downside. Unless things get really bullish. Then it could pop up. The mass exodus to Texas happened for a reason. Yeah, that's true. That's really true. Dude, In-N-Out minimum wage, $25. Panda Express Cooks is 31 an hour. Wow, that's crazy. 6 figures in Cali is not a lot. It's not. It's really not. Because most people in California making 6 figures, they're paycheck to paycheck right now. It's insane. So yeah, that's XRP right now. I could see another 10% downside. A stop loss sitting right above this box up here, possibly at like 224.05, might serve you very well. Might serve you very well. Might be phenomenal entry. All right, that's XRP. Let's check out Solana. Solana, it's almost gotten to its measured move down here at 146. It looks like it's just going to hit it tonight. That's really what it's looking like. The 4-hour, you're really overextended from your downtrend. So there's a possibility that this bullish divergence on the 4-hour plays out and you get a move to the upside to go test this downtrend. Don't get fooled by that. Don't get fooled by that. It might be a better opportunity to short up here than it is down right where it's at. But bullish divergence is achieved on the 4-hour. We need this stochastic to reset. We need to set a higher low, or it could just create triple bullish divergence, hitting that 1618, and then popping up from there. We really have to see what Wall Street wants to do. You put child support on a credit card? Wow, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Paycheck to paycheck is a dream. I'm paycheck to child support. That's how off I am. That's tough. That is tough. Bullish Bob. BTC. Hold on. I'm missing stuff here. I'm missing stuff. Start streaming, the market start dumping? Nah. Market was dumping before I went live. BTC gonna dip till morning, then PAL just resetting the RSI. Typical? Yeah, probably. Probably very typical. I thought it broke downtrend. I saw it right before I went to mow the lawn. I get done and it's dumping. Yeah, it did not break the downtrend. So looking at Bitcoin, it did not break the downtrend. You have this downtrend right here on the 4-hour. Did not break that. We touched it and then we started pulling back. We could see a 4% drop out of Bitcoin if we break the uptrend. So just mentally prepare for that. It'll be all right. Porky bear effect, Damien. I was bearish yesterday. We went green all day. You guys are welcome. Okay? Jeez. I'm usually a day early. So, give that little heads up there. I see things before the market sees things. Yeah. Anyways, Let's check out the 15-minute. We might see Bitcoin catch some bids based off this 15-minute time frame. We are putting in hidden bullish divergence at this very moment, but that might just be some overnight exuberance. We'll see what happens. I'll wipe my tears in shorts, Porky. That's pretty funny. Price went up during my stream and then started dumping towards the end of my stream. Damien brings the bulls into the market. Sounds like you saw the market going up, you took advantage, and then you saw it going down, and you're like, well, we're done here, guys. Have a great night. Oh, man. Making 23 hours. Wait, 23 an hour in Wisconsin is barely enough to get by in the Midwest is relatively cheaper. Wow, that's crazy. 106 by tomorrow evening. Okay, alright, we're all making calls out here. This is great. We're all making calls. Anyways, yeah, so if I were trading Bitcoin right now on the 15-minute, I would be looking to short it, and based off this right here is why I would look to short it. It's because of this uptrend here that we broke. Now I would be looking for a test of this level right here. If we can come up, get a nice little bearish back test, roll over, I could then short this thing and feel good about it. And where I would be aiming at for that short, oh, look at that, that's 50% retrace. I'd be aiming at 103.774. So this is what I'm seeing out of Bitcoin right now. So nice little recap for you guys before we start diving into all your requests. So we will see what's going on. So what are your next thoughts on what Cookie does from here? I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. It depends on the market. Remember, the market's going to look way different in the morning. It's going to look way different in the morning. Damien is a Colombian crypto lord at this point. Oh boy. Oh boy. And does ETH have a Bart Simpson on the 4-hour? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. No. Not at all. No. In order for this to be a Bart Simpson, we would need Ethereum to come back down here. All the way back down here to 1800. So, I wouldn't call for this to be a Bart Simpson, especially with our relative strength already being in the bearish control zone. But anything can happen. I mean, anything can happen, bro. I'm just looking for 4% downside for Ethereum, honestly. Let's get to your guys' requests. Let's get to whiff first. Let's get to whiff. So whiff. I was looking for some upside. Looking at the 4-hour candle now, I'm a little less convinced. Sadly, my Latinas are in Costa Rica. As of now, I need to find some local Latina recruits in the Boston area. Spots are open. That's pretty funny. Show what you just attached that fib to on BTC. Wait, which fib? The trending fib or the regular fib? ETH, you mean? What the fuck? Alright. We'll do that next, Rich. Alright, so whiff. We broke out of a downtrend. We're hoping for the golden retrace and a test of this downtrend here. Right now, the 4-hour is not giving me very much confidence. However, still a possibility. We do not have bullish divergence on the 4-hour. We do have bullish divergence on the 1-hour and a higher low. So at this point in time, and we're above the 50 simple. So at this point in time, whiff has an opportunity at least getting up to our resistance overhead at 922. This could happen overnight. Whatever chart you had up last. The amount of ETH is dead still is wild. That's pretty funny. Well, if you're counting it off the retail investors, yeah, ETH is dead. Because retail, they just gave up on it. And then the institutions started pushing it up. And retail's still just kind of like, I'll trade it. I won't buy it. So yeah, whiff has this large range that it's going to have to break through. But if you can maintain this uptrend, yeah, very easily, I could see you go up and test some resistance, which would be nice. And that would be about an 8% move to the upside, which is possible overnight. That is a possibility. However, if the market starts going really down, that's obviously not going to happen. So, understand there is a downside target that we could use because we technically are putting in that hidden bearish divergence on the 1 hour. And if it decides to go to the downside, this could get a little gross because we would lose our uptrend. And we would come down to 67 cents. That's your bearish case right now. So let's hope that the overseas bulls start pushing this thing up. Otherwise, 22% downside could become a reality, which would be a back test of what was acting as support, or resistance. Could act as support. Yeah. So let's go back to ETH for Rich. So Rich, I attached this high right here. Right above this box. This is where I put the fib. Right there. We made it into this nice little zone in order to bring in shorts. So then the measured move would be down to 2391. I have a Ukrainian and Thailand chica that have gone on dates with me recently. I don't know why. I do well with foreign women at this moment. Interesting. I'm live. What's up?
Check.
Cool.
I need check.
It's called a total gym.
He's called check.
No, it's not.
He's mine. He's called check. I need check. Come in and bring Chucky with you.
Alrighty. Maybe it was BTC. Well, BTC, I could imagine you being curious on this one. So, the trending fib, I went from this high to this low and brought it up to this recent high for the trending fib to get that 4% downside. And then based off of the, 15 minute? Yeah, based off the 15 minute, I'm thinking we're going to catch a nice little bounce, possibly come back up into the zone. So I went from high to low right here. So yeah, that's what I did there. Let's check out Dog in Me. Let's check out Dog in Me. No problem, Rich. Dog in Me is doing everything wrong now. Everything wrong. You don't want any part of this. You have a high stochastic on the 4 hour while you're downtrending, and you lost your 200. You're getting a bearish cross. This looks terrible. Absolutely terrible. What I could see out of Dog in Me is doing something like this, coming down to 4949 if we break this level. I mean, it's great you broke a downtrend, but man, this thing is not catching bids right now. So if it's not catching bids, people are selling. You could see a 22% downside, or things are going to get bullish, and there's your target up there. It's not looking fantastic to me with that high 4 hour stochastic going into a brand new week of trading. I don't think it's going to go well. SPC 6900. I'm guessing you wanted X. What's up, K? Say hey. How you doing? SPX 6900. Let's check it out. Not great. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Consolidating a lot. Get rid of some of this noise here. I mean, great movement on that 45% upside. Love it. It's just now you're putting in that lower high. That's kind of a problem. If you have daily bearish divergence, this is going to be a bigger problem. Oh boy, you have... Whoa, hold on. Okay, you canceled out your 4 hour bearish div. Let's check out your daily. Oh god. Yeah, your daily, you have bearish divergence and a lower high. This looks like it's going to pull back. Noted, it could blast off, but just went long on ETH on this dip we just had tonight. Alright. Alright. I don't think I would put any longs in going into a Monday. I don't think I would do that. I don't like when market opens. They like to basically figure out where all the stop losses are by just sending the market into Valhalla. And then all of a sudden, oh no, we're green today. Oh, that drives me nuts. Alright, this is what I'm seeing here. It is now resistance. Not fantastic in my opinion. We have this beautiful downtrend that we tried to break out of twice, and now we're getting forced down. I would actually go short of this right now. SPX. Hold on. Can I do that on Pumpkin? Let me see if I can. Because I actually like this for 70.35. I do like this. Possible move to the downside. Could be a 30% drop out of this bad boy. I kind of like this. You even have your hidden bearish divergence on the 1 hour? Sheesh. Sheesh. Crazy. Let's see if I can do it on Pumpkin. You guys can request crypto for Porky to do TA on in the chat. That's true, Pumpkin people. That's true. Let's see if SPX is here. Damn it. Damn it. Uh-oh. Is my mic not working again? Shoot. Give me a second here. Be back momentarily. Dude, you played 2 games of Warzone, Resurgence quads last night to level pew-pews and took first place in both games. That's weird. Do they have casuals for that? That's crazy. Share. Okay. Okay, is this thing gonna work or what? There we go. Here we go. SPX. Oh, we can. Only a 5x though. Damn. Damn. Alright, we're gonna enter a 5x short. I agree with you, Porky. Hopefully I can close this long and profit before I go to bed tonight. Yeah, that would be the goal. Honestly, that would be the goal. Oh. Whoa. Whoa there, buckaroo. We're going short on XPX right now. Right this moment. I do like what I'm seeing. I believe this wick high is going to pose as a very hard target to hit. 108.92. 108.92 is our stop loss. Because we're only on a 5x short. 108.52. So possible 18% loss on this trade. However, the Gainesville. The gains on this one could be substantial. 70.35 is the target. 70.35. Oh boy. 7035. All right, 75% potential profit. You said casuals. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Rich, you can't even see, and you're getting dubs? You kidding me out here? Alright, so we entered one trade. I like SPX right now. If things get bullish, we'll get stopped out, but I don't like that lower high. I don't like that we're finding a lot of resistance at that level. Not looking good to me. Jim, you want QUIKAAPQMCO. Okay, alright. If I can see actually above average good player, that's pretty funny. Did you get new glasses, new contacts? Did you get a little taller? What happened there? Alright. Moving on from that, we're going to start getting into Jim's requests. QUIK. It is a stock. Let's check out the stock. Oh, this looks neat. Got a lot of bullish divergence, a higher low. This looks good. I would go long. Like now. I would actually go long on this one. Oh, but let's check out the weekly here. What are we hanging out at? Oh, not bad. Not bad levels. Holding support. Love to see that. Rich is short. Wild development. That's pretty funny. You gain 2 inches on your biceps. That's funny. That's a lot. I don't think a lot of people realize how much that is on biceps. That's like massive. That's a big deal. Alright. We got the levels I care about at the moment. Let's go ahead and check other things out. Checking out the daily here. So the daily is what I like. I like this a lot because we have this nice little downtrend here that we broke out of. And now we can deem this as a back test, which is also really nice. You have your bullish divergence, and then you got a breakout and a higher low. This is ideal here. I'm sure if we look at the 4 hour, it'll make more sense. Yeah, looks pretty nice. Pretty darn nice. You had this level that was acting as a support right here, and then what was acting as a resistance. So we are just tapping on top of that little box there. We could see this thing rally up pretty nicely. Stocks are so easy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So anywhere between 61 and possibly 71%. You got that double tap right here. So first time nobody knows, second time everybody knows. So this thing should actually rally pretty good starting tomorrow. Should. When I was younger, I was obsessed with your calves. I just gave up on trying to replicate my dad's insane biceps. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Like, my calves are something to die for, brother. My calves are legit. Hilarious. Alright, next up. AAP. AAP. That is a huge gap. I would be very worried, especially while you're overbought. I would be extremely worried on that one. Jeez. Let's go out to the weekly, see what's going on here. Oh, you don't even have a higher low yet? It's unfortunate. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love you. You're amazing. Can we check out Moodang and Mask? Sure. We'll get there. I haven't looked at Mask in like what feels like a century. So nice breakout. This is a very nice breakout that you have here on a beautiful falling wedge on a summer day. So beautiful breakout. Now you need your confirmation. A back test would be very welcomed. A higher low would be just acceptable at this point. Currently, the level I would love to test as support would be right here based off your weekly. So if we can come all the way back down to this 36.89, that might be the ultimate entry. But we'll have to wait and see. As a measured move to the upside, what you'd be looking for out of this bad boy is substantial. I'm still looking for that back test, so we're going to put this right here. Could be 135% upside, taking you to 79.29. I'd wait for that back test, though. I'd wait for that back test. Currently, you are fighting against a level that was resistance. Currently is trying to act as resistance again. Makes sense because you're overbought. So let it come down a little bit and then enjoy the rally. Enjoy. But this one's going to take a little time to develop. Be patient. That's all I got to say. Just be patient. Mask been popping off. Oh, cool. Who would have thought? QMCO. Quantum Corporation. It's pretty flat. Pretty flat. At least you're getting a higher low after so much bullish divergence. That's positive. That's really positive. Now, this might be a slow mover, just because I think some of the hype from Nvidia is already starting to fade, which is a little frustrating. As for monthly time frames, patience is my game. That's fair. That's fair. You do ask for that. Alrighty. And we're going to focus on that right there. Yeah, so this is a very important level that you really want to stay above. Because if you don't, you're pretty much guaranteed going down to 520. But, I mean, it's just this random spike up that kind of throws everything off. I like that you're double touching this area. This could lead to a very nice move to the upside. I mean, I don't know if there's any point looking at the monthly at this point, but monthly looks solid. You have bullish divergence on the monthly with that mildly lower low, and now you have a higher low. So monthly looks fine. Check out daily. Yeah, daily just looks like it's going stagnant right now. It's going to make up its mind pretty soon. I would think you're going to go to the upside. I'd start off with going with the golden retrace, especially after you got this breakout of the downtrend. So I would start with the golden retrace from high to low. Wouldn't get too greedy on this out of the gate. But of course, at that point, you're just going to reassess and see if it's going to keep on running or not. That's 394% possible. It's pretty solid. Pretty darn solid. Alright, so far on the SPX trade, we are up 1.24% on our short. Shorting SPX tonight. Shorting SPX. Alright. It was played on Resurgence Island, a similar map with a lot of fighting inside buildings. Oh, it's easier for you to see? Interesting. I hate Resurgence. On Rebirth. I hate it. Alright, Ondo's struggling. Golly, we called for 13% downside, and it hit. Oh, Ondo's struggling. Damn. Quite the move down here. Jeez, this one day was 9%? Beauty. No problem, Jim. No problem. Yeah, so Ondo's kind of in the gutter. It's too bad. High hopes for Ondo, honestly. As soon as we lost that uptrend, we knew. What you could end up doing is trending up toward this wonderful little downtrend here. At that point in time, I would be looking to go short. However, your 1 hour is not doing you any favors with the double test of this zone. I'm sure you're like, what zone are you talking about? I'm talking about this zone right here. Right hither. That zone right here. We fell through, we popped up, we fell, and then we hit it again. Now it looks like we're about to fall. I would short Ondo. I would short Ondo right now. If we lose that uptrend, it just gives you a little more credence to the downside. So, noted, things could get randomly bullish in the middle of the night. So I would say be careful on these trades if you're deciding to take these. But there's a possible 12% move to the downside. God, that looks actually beautiful. I love that. Well, at least the next token unlock isn't until January 2026. Oh, that's when it comes out. Cool. Oh, they just had an unlock? That makes more sense. You know what? I might want to go short on this right now. I should wait for the 15-minute and the breakout. I need to do that. Can you tell me how much downside you see left for Perpy, please? We will check it out. We'll check it out next. Yeah, it's the 4 hours that bother me, because with these stochastics being high going into a Monday, Wall Street likes to reset these stochastics. The bearish cross isn't helping you either. The only thing stopping me from going short on this right this moment is the fact that you're still in this uptrend, and your downtrend, you're a bit overextended from your downtrend. That's the only thing stopping me from going short on this one. That double test though, yeah, 12% downside. Looks like it's about to happen. Only other request I have is a double check to see if I'm not crazy. The monthly downtrend on NKM charted from all-time high with a ray with the wick low being confirmed backtest. All right, we'll check it out. NKN monthly. Let's go to Perpy. So also, guys, remember we're now officially in the summer session of trading. We're now officially in the summer session of trading. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Things could look a little weird. Even if it's bullish, people could be selling off simply because it's the summer. So keep that in mind while making your trades. No problem, Jim. Perpy, technically speaking, you could find yourself all the way down to 448. Yeah. 448. I mean, I don't want to hurt your heart or anything. I really don't want to make you sad, but this was a 50% retrace. I don't want to hurt your heart though. We're just gonna focus on this support range down here. That's what we're gonna look at. The support range. All right. Let's check in on our trade over here. SPX starting to print a little bit. We're up 2% on our SPX short. Very nice, very nice. Love to see that. Now it's only 1.73%. Yikes. We're losing. We're losing. Alrighty. NKN. Monthly. Getting lost in the sauce out here. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Were you looking at log or something? Oh. My God. What? Are you talking about this, Jim? Were you looking at log? You're using the Coinbase chart? That don't make no sense. Is that what you did? Where you pulled it all the way to the highest one, all the way out here? Good evening, Jake. How you doing? Less scammy than Binance? I mean, I guess it was a back test, sure. I don't know which one we're trying to go off of here. Oh boy. Okay. That was quite the sneeze. Whew. Yeah, that was a big sneeze. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim. Based off the monthly time frame, I just don't see it. I mean, maybe this is what you're talking about right here. Then yes, that was a back test, which kind of wild, but hey, I guess they did that. I would never draw it out like that, if I'm being honest. That is wild. That is wild. Alrighty, let's move on from there. Moodang. Moodang on the daily looks pretty decent. You were in log? Yeah, that's what I was guessing. Log. I was like, this thing doesn't look right. Oh, Moodang on the daily. Uh-oh. 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 4 hour. Not doing you any favors. Oh, no. Well, that's just unfortunate. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We could see more downside. Ah, that's so terrible. Who would ever want to take advantage of Moodang like this? You are resetting your 1 hour pretty fast, though. I'll give you that. We have a brand new 4 hour candle, everyone. Brand new 4 hour candle. Congratulations, we've made it. Oh, ew. 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 Doesn't look good. I don't like this. Ugh, yucky. 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 I will say, if Moodang's about to do this, oh, I'm in. I'm in for this, because this thing was flying high. Ooh, it was going crazy. But if we're about to make an 18% drop, I'm here for it. I am all here for it. Dang, that 15-minute is not helping us. 15-minute looks like it wants to go up. I can give you the bullish and bearish case here. Bullish case scenario, you might get back up into the zone, get a nice little breakout. Problem I have is that high stochastic on the 4 hour. It's my biggest problem with this thing. And the bearish engulfing candle on the 4 hour, maintaining this downtrend, just, kind of giving me all the makings of greatness to the downside. Just absolute beauty. Like, this is the time to go short if you think it's going down, or go long if you think it's going up. I like Moondang right now. I do like this. I do like it. Your saving grace is the fact that you're making a higher low at the moment. But you really need to break this downtrend. This is a well-established downtrend. A very well-established downtrend. So, yeah, Moodang has some work to do. If the market gets bullish, great. It's going to go up. It's going to look amazing. Upside potentials all the way up here at 53, 58. This thing's going to go absolutely nuts. I don't like a high stochastic on a 4 hour time frame. I really don't. Especially going into a Monday. Ugh, I don't like that. I feel like we're going to wake up and it's going to be down 10%. Then it's just going to keep on dropping. Just a feeling. Doesn't have to happen. It's just a feeling. Relax. My computer's acting slow. It is slow right now. Holy moly. Holy guacamole. Oh, what is that? Moodang ETH USDT? There's two of them? I can leverage both of them? 70.3k? Ugh. Disgusting. I like this one too much. I'm gonna try it. I'm going short on Moodang. I'm going short. Can I get a stop loss this high? 21? I can. All right. So 0.21 is stop loss. And profit taking Gonna be down here at 1656. 1656. There we go. We will see how this plays out. I'm going short. I have very little faith in this one. You usually enable log on monthly to give me a better idea of how things are moving. All right. I know a lot of people, if they're looking at those high time frames, they like logarithmic. I never really got into that. All right, Mask. Checking out Mask. Interesting look, Mask. Mask might actually keep on running. That's kind of weird. Oh, golden retrace. Sitting right up here at 334. Go Mask. So, if we can stay above 251, you're probably going to go up and test 352. And that might be an absolute amazing place to go short. Because you do have a major downtrend you're going to be running into head first. You have 2 touches already. So getting a nice third touch, this could be a great opportunity to short this thing. But it looks good as of right now for another little bit to the upside. You could see it go up another 28%. Where is your BTC supply line attached on low time frames? I used the 4-hour. It pressed up against the 4-hour downtrend. So I don't have one on the lower time frames. All I have to do is focus on the 4-hour. You're going to buy some Mask? Just remember, you're taking a lot of risk. You should have been buying probably in this range down here, not up here. So just keep in mind, you are taking on a lot of risk by buying right now. Not that one. Oh, SPX, we're back in the green. Back in the green. Let's go. I don't know why. Tonight, this stream just feels like it's dragging a little bit. Let's go check in on Ondo again. I'm guessing it's going down. And if that's the case... Wait, how's Mudang doing? Mudang's starting to leave the stables. You know, screw it. We're just going to get in on Mudang. 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 There we go. 21. 21. What was profit taking? 1656. All right. There we go. They say having a kid will cost you $1 million. You missing trades costs uneven. Oh, wait, what? You missing trades costs uneven more. It's funny. Every time Porky and I go on the same coin, we lose. That's true. That's true. This week trying to go on Turbo. Yep, not doing that. Shorty Mudang, I'm along it. There can only be one winner. That's funny. Well, to be fair, the odds are stacked against longs right now because it's going into a Monday, brand new month, summertime trading, and Bitcoin looks like it's going down. It's not stacked in your favor if you're going long. But yeah, this is Bitcoin right now. Rolling over. DZ strategy seems sound. That's true. Very sound. Watch, I'm going to wake up. Mudang's going to be up 50%. I'll be like, dang, miscalled that one. Looks like the SPX short is starting to print as well. We're currently up 4%. Sweet. Sweet. I need to add these things to this. SPX. I think Moodang's already in here. Yeah, it is. Moodang's already in there. I think those are the only two trades I'm in. I guess we should look for some buy DeFi trades. China going to come and buy it up. You think? I don't know. I don't know they'll do that. Why is this not the chart that I just charted Moodang on? Because I did it here? Oh my god. Oh my god. Good morning, Mo. How you doing? How you doing? This is why I asked where your supply line is, because it's sitting on mine. I don't know if I have it in the right place to the 4 hour. Got it. Let's go check. So, I don't... Oh. Yeah, this is what I was talking about on the 15-minute for Bitcoin. We had this nice uptrend here, and we broke it. I feel like America has biggest trade volume on crypto. Well, probably. Bitcoin's starting to try and go positive. So what I was saying about Bitcoin, if it can get up here, then I would be looking to short Bitcoin as well. Because we did have this uptrend here that we broke down from. So the fact that we had this uptrend and now we broke through it, we could pop up for the back test and then roll over from there. Bottom 2 wicks. Yeah. Right there. That's what I have. It's just not a good look, Bitcoin. Not a good look. Probably going to come down to 103. However, based off the 4 hour time frame, we still could see a 4% decline. I don't know, companies that have their currencies in the toilet seem to flock into crypto. That's true, it's just their buying power. It's just not that strong compared to Wall Street. Wall Street crazy. Wall Street is crazy. Moodang starting to catch the bids as well. SPX catching the bids. Everything's relying on Bitcoin right now. It's like, what are we doing? I read China banning crypto again and holding it. Of course. China, I think they just like to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt non-stop. I remember there was a time where there was an announcement like you could only send $10,000 overseas, like the rest has to stay in the country. Like, what in the world? Dark pool profits, unlimited money. Yeah, that's fair. I went long a Moodeg, FYI. Well, DZ, you're probably gonna win. Don't worry. You need that dub. Why does this chart look so much different? This Moodeg chart on MEXC compared to BitGet, goodness, it looks so much different. Is the price the same? Yeah, it's the same. Moodeg is single-handedly paying his child support? That's crazy. I think the last estimated dark pool net worth was 400 trillion. Oh goodness. You're welcome. 400 trillion. Could you imagine? Like, that's just unfathomable money. They want better entries. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't know if anybody realizes how much $1 billion is with a B, a billion. That's actually an insane amount of money that I don't think one person should ever have access to. Like, it's crazy amounts of money. Like, if I ever became a billionaire, it's like, oh, what would you do with your money? Fuck, nothing. I would do nothing with it. I wouldn't know what to do. It would just be sitting there. That's so much money. It's crazy. SPX trade going south. Oh no. I'm not too worried about SPX though. Let's go check in on SPX. We're catching bids. We're going to the moon, baby. Doubt it. You had your chance to break out. You had another chance to break out again. Why it didn't do it, nobody knows. I hate that Alt's pump got me out of your shorts. Then price came back to exactly dumping again. That's the name of the game, man. That's the name of the game. Dark pools just make free money. They can pick companies to fail, open paper shorts, and recycle the profits endlessly until the stock is worthless. That is crazy. If you see a stock IPO and the price action is flat, firms and funds are paper shorting the hell out of it, hence the flat sideways price action. Wow. That's crazy. I would hand out $1 million checks to friends and family. You get $1 million, you get $1 million. Yeah, the problem with that's the same reason why everybody wins the lottery goes bankrupt. A lot of people don't realize the gift tax would kick in. So what you would have to do is put all that money into a trust and have the trust pay out everybody else as a gift. Because technically the trust is giving it, so all of that money is deemed pre-taxed or whatever. And yeah. If you give over $11,000 to anybody, it starts hitting that gift tax thing. Most would get invested the boring way. That's smart. That's smart. Keep it boring. Keep it boring. Boring works. All right, the SPX short, it is sideways. It's not doing a darn thing. Not doing a gosh darn thing. The Moodeg short, we are currently negative 7% over here, and we are negative 0.329% over here. We are doing absolutely oh yeah, I was supposed to look for a copy trade. Shit. Lost track, guys. I lost track. Sorry. My bad. Ave has had my undivided attention lately. Damn it. Damn, I had it marked out too. God damn it. Too bad. Alright, missed that one. ADA. What a weird look. What a weird look. Alrighty. ADA losing strength? Oh, ADA on the 15-minute losing an uptrend also. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Hold up. Do we have a winner? Do we have a chicken dinner? Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba. opportunity of 61, 63? 913 or 931. Charles shorting his own coin. Oh no. Essentially, if a $400 million company IPOs, they can paper short the stock endlessly until the dark pool float absorbs the total value of the company. It's wild. Wow. I didn't realize paper shorting could result in something like that. I had no idea. SPX is falling right now. We're back to being positive 1%. Moodang, we are still negative 6% on this exchange. We are back to positive 1% on this exchange. Alright. I kind of want to short ADA. I don't know if it's going to get this 9% drop, but it does help that it's below this major level right here. And you're respecting the downtrend pretty nicely. Bearish engulfing candle on the 4 hour. Oh, there's reasons. There's reasons to go short. What? We made the measured move? Oh man. I missed that whole entire thing. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Number 17 on the like. What is up, Trade Intuition? How you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. A lot of moving average support on low time frames. Great stream today, Joe. I missed it. I was with my son. It was a rough one. I'm about to start drinking my medicinal beer. That really needs to go back to positive. Alrighty. I think ADA might actually be a good opportunity here. I think it just might be a good opportunity. That 1 hour doesn't look bad though. What happened last time? We got bullish divergence right there? Alright. I don't like to short when there's bullish divergence. It usually doesn't pan out well for me. That means people are buying into the sell pressure. That's a little scary. I don't know if we're gonna get this 9% drop. Most bullish coin for the night going into this week, Porky. I don't have a clue. Honest, I have no idea, man. Remember, it's a brand new month. It's a Monday, and it's summer. I have no idea what coin's going to be bullish, bearish, whatever. We're going to have to wait and see what Wall Street does when they wake up to really figure it out. That's why I'm not making any trades on Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. TA on SHIB and Doge. Doge is being a little unfortunate right now. Losing its uptrend. It's not ideal. Uncertainty and abundance. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. We got to see what Jerome Powell says tomorrow. I feel like it's going to be Chop City until we get something to come out. Let's go to the daily. We lost our 50 on the daily? Oh, when the prize makers... No, something or another. As long as you're above 18 cents for Dogecoin, there's an argument to be bullish because this was acting as a resistance. We could be backtesting it as support. I would be looking for that 18,048 level. And if you get it, golden retrace is all the way up here to 31 cents. The problem I have is we're losing a daily uptrend, and our other uptrend is all the way down here. I get we have a low stochastic, but we're not oversold. What time is the speech tomorrow? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Price makers, the measured move makes a measured move, and then it uses that line as resistance. Oh boy, that's true. It's not really good when that happens. Not really good when that happens. Yeah, Doge is in a interesting place. I would like it sitting on top of 1848, and then possibly having some bullish divergence down there to then like make the argument for more upside, but at this point we're just kind of hopeful that it's going to make a bearish retrace to 22. These companies want the tariffs to dump the inflation data so badly. They're grafting for it so hard. That's pretty funny. Moodang, we're still doing all right. Yeah, Doge, I'd be focused on the 4-hour time frame. We're severely oversold, so I think we're just going to start trending sideways until we're not as oversold. And then I get this feeling it's just going to roll over unless we get some positive news. But here's your downtrend that you're going to be working toward in all of this trending, all this nonsense. So I would prefer if you actually came all the way up to this 20138 level. That would look a lot better because it was acting as support. Using it as resistance would make sense, and then we could roll over from there. But it's too hard to tell what this thing could do because we're sitting right below that former demand line, and we're utilizing it as resistance. So yeah, this is a hard one. I'm not all the way sure what this thing's gonna do. Your 1 hour is trying to be bullish. Your 1 hour is trying its best to be bullish. So if it were me, I'd be aiming at this little gap right here. I wouldn't put a long in, but I would be aiming for this move to the upside. That's what I'd be looking for. A 5% move upward. Then we'll see what happens. I asked Google, so who knows? Powell speaks at 2:30 Eastern tomorrow. 2:30. Dang. 11:30 my time? Yeah, that's usually when he talks. I feel like that guy just sleeps in all the time. 1 p.m. on the Fed website? Okay. So 10 a.m. over here? Nice. I remember the good old days when Elon used to tweet something and Doge would pump 10%. Now he's just busy trying to find a new baby mama. That's true. Yeah, I would be betting this thing would make a 5% move to the upside and then rolling over. Because, you know, if the market's looking bearish, odds are the whales are going to push it to the upside before they pull it back down. Moodang's printing. Nice. Almost back into positive over here. How's SPX doing? SPX is doing pretty good. Everybody over on Pumpkin, welcome in. How you doing? Welcome in. We are currently shorting SPX. We're on a 5x short because I'm not allowed to do higher leverage here. But yeah, 5's the max. Now, if Doge does fall from here, you're looking at this as your level of resistance right here. You do have a double test. And on the downside target for Doge, I would be looking at it just like this, coming down to 17.59. That's what I'd be looking at. Doing stuff, listening. Nice. Nice. Bullish case, 5% upside. Bearish case, 7.96% move to the downside. Let's check out SHIB. SHIB. Yeah, SHIB actually has bullish divergence and a higher low. SHIB, I would be more inclined to say it could go up because of the bullish divergence. I would be aiming at this 1392 level because it was acting as such strong support. Go up and use it as some resistance. Do that. But of course, there's always a bearish case. Always a bearish. Oh no. Did we? Oh no. We lost our uptrend? Ugh. Good thing that stochastic on the 1 hour is so low. I would actually think about going long on this one all night. But yeah, it's like the whole market's doing the same thing here. Like once, twice, double top. So we have a reason to think about shorting. I just don't think it's going to play out for SHIB for some reason. I don't know. I got this weird gut feeling on SHIB that it's going to go up. But downside target would be a 10% drop. Upside target, what I would be looking for is this right here. 8.83% move to the upside. Well, yeah, they're most stable plays. Pump City Moon Rockets now. I think Doge and Shiba are done the 1 or 2x max. This bull run, people are focused on new generation meme coins. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Looked at it again. The event starts at 1 Eastern. Nice. Nice. Apecoin. What are you doing? Oh. Apecoin. You lost your uptrend. You're getting that bearish backtest I look for? How gracious of you. The breaking out of the downtrend's wild, though. That's wild. That's more wild right there, I'll tell you what. I long SHIB and Doge earlier tonight. Nice. L3 pumped like 40% today. Crazy. Crazy. Some things, they'll just do wild pumps out of nowhere, and I don't like that. SPX still going down. Moodang still going down. Sweet. How high did we just get? Nope, can't go that high. We can go that high. 54, 51. We can see a 13% drop. Cookie looks good. Yeah, Cookie was doing cool things today. It's about to go for its golden retrace at 27.24. It's almost there. It's overbought on the 1 hour already. I would wait for the 1 hour to reset before trying to get in there. It looks cool. Wow. Ukraine did a Trojan horse? It's amazing. Bringing out the oldies. Vic, you did not miss Sui. We didn't look at it. So he's got some work to do, but we have this very sharp downtrend right now. The closer we get to that downtrend, kind of the better. Here's the current uptrend. So what it's looking like is we're going to make a move to the upside, possibly hitting this little range of resistance, and then we'll see what happens. Everything about Ukraine attack is that Russia can't inspect all the countries going into their containers going into their country unless they want to shut down trade in their country altogether. Wild. Trying to get the kids to bed, Vic. I understand. I get it. Luckily, my wife's an amazing woman. She's handling it. I get it, brother. So you could see about a 5.79% move to the upside out of SUI. This is a possibility, but understand you are hitting a level that was acting as resistance. So it's going to take a little bit of effort to break through it. See if it can. We'll see if it can. That's your possibility. I'm still bearish, so I'm still thinking something like around here. If you happen to make that 5% move, you're right in the shorting territory over here, where we then could see this thing fall down to 261. Noted, all bets are off if we break the downtrend. If you break the downtrend, now we're bullish. Now we're focusing on longs. We're focusing on higher lows. We're focusing on golden retraces. But until that happens, yeah, I'm gonna still be bearish. If we turn around and we break this uptrend right this moment, we don't have quite as much of a move to the downside. We'd be looking at it right here. And I would be looking for this 276 to possibly 251. So as of this moment in time, based off the data I have in front of me, we bearish case 15 to possibly 23% downside. But if we go a little bit higher, well, it just looks even better for that 23% downside. Just looks even better for it. But we could get a little bit higher before rolling over. And that would catch a lot of shorts off guard, which I would call that a liquidity grab, but neither here nor there. Still negative on this exchange. That's too bad. Got into that trade late. We got in there late. All the containers, and they can focus on protecting their planes by building more hangars. Wow. Uniswap could be doing the bullish divergence, higher low strategy. If that's the case, Uniswap actually looks really good for getting up in here. 674. The whole market needs to get bullish for that to happen, but it's a possibility. I like the resetting of the stochastic. I really do. So these darn 4 hours that just don't look good. And that bearish engulfing candle, ugh, gross. Does Trump's son hold any crypto? The youngest one who liked 10 feet tall? Probably. He's probably doing everything his older brother does. Just think about how little kids are. Looks like Ethereum's starting to roll over. Looks like Bitcoin's doing the same. Just need a lower high. Give me the lower high. On higher time frame, you think Cookie wants to go lower, reject bullish control zone on both the weekly and more recently the daily. Hasn't tested the uptrend yet, so there's that. Yeah, that could happen. Joe Son is the wildest. Coke and hookers. Honestly, I mean, Hunter Biden for president. That guy, he's a gigolo. He's a drug dealer. He's a pimp. He's a fine art, apparently, connoisseur. He's run an oil company. I mean, this guy's done it all. None playing on options in stocks. Nice. Nice. Let's check back in on Ondo real quick. Oh, Ondo. All I need is that lower high. That's all I need for Christmas. To get that nice 12% drop. So the worry I have for Ondo is the fact that you're so far away from this downtrend that you could just work your way up there and then roll over. That is the worry. Auto moves slow. Well, it's an RWA, so it shouldn't be really fast. So the trades we're in right now, guys. Reasons why I got into them also. You can see on the 1 hour, we tried to break out twice on SPX. We failed. This was an area that was strong resistance. We are on a 5x short on this bad boy. We have a stop loss sitting at 10892. And our profit taking level is a 30% drop to the downside, looking at 7049. So this does not look great to me. It looks like it is about ready to start taking a nosedive straight into Valhalla. Next up we have is Moodang. Moodang, we are currently shorting right now. I utilized this chart to do it. And as you can see, we are in this very strong downtrend. And we hit the downtrend. And it also lined up with 2 levels of resistance. Looking like we can't break through it. Looking like we're about to fall down. So, I'm looking for 18% to the downside for Moodang. As long as this downtrend holds, we're good, we're golden. It's going down there. I think that's all the trades we're in right now. Yeah, it is. SPX and Moodang. Off subject, but how often you buzz your head, Porky? Depends. If I have stuff to do or I have to meet people a lot, I'll do it like every 2-3 weeks. If I feel like getting the entire homeless look, yeah, I'll do it about every 2 months, give or take. Maybe a month and a half. I don't know, something like that. Month and a half, 2 months. You want to check out Caspa? All right, Rich. Let's check out Cas. So Caspa's in kind of that weird thing where it's like you're pretty extended away from your downtrend. You already broke one of them. So you can imagine making your way up to the downtrend up here. Let's go to your 4 hour. Let's see what we're looking at. 4 hour, lot left to be desired. No bullish divergence. Oversold bounce. So we could see a little bit more downside before catching some bids. But yeah, being this overextended from your downtrend, I'm thinking you're going to come back up. Probably close to this level here at 93830. Probably. I don't know for a guarantee. But that would make a lot of sense to me. See what it looks like on the 15. And you do have a nice level right there. Really, really nice level right here. Reason why I say it's so nice is because you hit it as support, you fell into it support, tried to hold on to it, fell through, became very strong resistance. I think you're going to try and make your way up to this box here. So for Cass, I would be very unimpressed if it made a nice little 8.7% move to the upside. But downside potential is kind of massive. It's not ideal, to say the least. If you roll over now, if you lose this uptrend that you're currently in, this could get real bad real quick. Because you could be heading down to 71628. But also keep in mind, if you find resistance right here and you make a continuation to the downside, well, now this could be playing out and you come down to 64893. Let's just hope the tariff news goes away. let's just hope for that. But you do have weekly support sitting down here at 052397. Probably over time you'd be looking for that. Probably. Not a guarantee, just probably. Okay. Over on Pumpkin, we have Sir Nap Time mentioning to everybody here on Pumpkin, guys, again, you can request TA on any cryptos you want from Porky. He's not lying. You definitely can. Request away. But yeah, this one I could definitely see an 8% move before rolling over. So we'll see how it goes. Which stock plays have the best divergence? Oh, DZ. Jim's all about the monthly and the weekly charts, man. I don't know. What was it? Okay. That's weird. Okay. Dividends. Oh, got it. I just won't listen over there. Say thank you. That's funny. That's funny. If I had like 2 million, I'd buy dividends and just live off that. I don't know if 2 million's enough. It depends on what the dividend is and how often it pays out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, I really do need to find a copy trade though, because my copy trade account got devastated a couple weeks ago. I've just not been trading on it. So I definitely need to find what I can get into. I'm thinking Abe. But Abe could just be really mean to me often. What the heck? Not what I wanted. Yeah, we got the bearish div. We just need that lower high. If this is the case, a 13% drop would be really nice. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna trade Abe. Hey, Kava's positive. Let's go. Maybe sushi or OP. Oh, we're a bit overextended. Dang it. Oh, we can consolidate forever. Sheesh. SXP? SXP? Wait a minute. That is a very worthwhile downtrend right there, I'll tell you what. So, false breakout? It is. False breakout to fall to... Oh! I like this one. You even got your lower low? Oh my goodness. What do we got on lower time frames? What do we got here? Looks like everything else. Dang it. And it's not quite where I need it to be. It's close. Not quite there. I need to be a bit closer here so I can think about going short on it. But SXP. 12% drop? Let's go. That'd be really nice. Looks like Moodang is starting to poop the bed. We're going down, baby. Moodang is printing. Moodang is printing. Oh no. I wish somebody would have known it was going down. SPX starting to go a little bit. Just a little bit. I think SXP might be doing the same. We're about to close a 1 hour candle. You know, stop loss all the way up there. That's stop loss on it. 3.7%. Oof. Ario, how's it looking? We'll check it out in a minute. We'll check it out. I guess I could go 10x on this. Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I take it back. Oh yeah, I have trouble putting in stop losses. That's right. I logged into it. That's fine. SXP. Alright, we're getting into a copy trade over here on Buy DeFi right now. If you happen to be following me in the copy trades, you will be in on this trade. We are currently about to go 15x leverage short on this bad boy, and we're in. Alright. Yeah, I gave you no time to get in on that, but it's fine. It's fine. No big deal. No big deal. Maybe next time you'll already be copying. Maybe. Oh, profit taking level is going to be down here. Stop loss. I need it right about here. 1816. Where's my phone? Alrighty. Let's put these bad boys in. Da, 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 da. 1847 is liquidation. I'd hate for that to happen. 1816. It'll be really terrible if this thing stops me out. 1816. It would be a absolute kick in the jock if this happens, but it'll be absolutely amazing if this happens. Possible 178% move on this SXP token that I'm sure nobody ever looks at, and that's why we can trade these for such amazing gains. Alright, let's go check out Ario. Right, SXP. Where's the Binance? What's my take profit on Moodang? Let's find out. Take profit on Moodang is 1656. 1656. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom, boom. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom, boom. Now, Ario is sitting on top of a support. It's great. It's awesome. I'm going to rechart this thing. I'm going to rechart this. This got out of hand. Got noisy. Too loud. God damn, 1656. Yeah, I think it's what, like an 18% downside or something on Moodang. It's not weird for a meme coin to drop that far, especially after it had such an amazing run to the upside. It's not weird. I mean, that's basically where the 50 EMA is. Makes sense. You can see it was acting as support, became resistance, acting as resistance now. Now we have a beautiful downtrend to work off of. Beauty of a downtrend. You're overextended from it. But let's see what else we got here. Oh, you also have a level of support right below you. Look at that. Look at that. You're holding support right now. That's good. 4 hours so undesirable. Sheesh. Oh boy. I take it back. It's very desirable. Whoa. I know I sound bearish tonight, but like, come on, brother. What am I supposed to be? These are some great tests of downtrends on the 4 hour. With a high stochastic. What is a guy to do here besides try and short it? I know you could not. No, I have to. If they're gonna put it on a silver platter like this, I have to short it. Oh my god. It looks so good. And then look at how low your RSI was down here while you were at this level up here compared to down here. You got overbought. You have hidden bearish divergence. Oh my god. Porky Bear licking his lips. Bro, this thing looks great. Like, if it breaks out, you have another downtrend to work off of? Okay, fine. But oh man, this looks so good. You can even extend this all the way up to this low over here. Oh my god. Just give you a little added insurance. Jesus. You have hidden bearish divergence from up here to here. That's terrible. That is terrible price action. If this is a 618 retracement, you're hyper bearish. Oh god, no. You hit the golden pocket. There's an argument right now for Oreo to come down to 43 cents. There's an argument for this. I'll give you your bullish case, but there's a possibility of 19.5% downside. And we do not enter longs until we break out of downtrends, we hit support, and we make a higher low. We need the confirmation. But I'll give you a bullish case scenario just because. Bullish case scenario, 57.9. So if this thing decides to run on up there, you could see a 7.9% move to the upside. That's a possibility. Man, this thing does not look great. Yikes! Oh boy! Oh no! It's so terrible. I hate to see it. No. Oh goodness gracious! Oh goodness gracious! Oh, we are currently positive on our SPX short. Currently positive by 6%. How's Moodang doing on this exchange? 9% positive. Okay, how we doing on this exchange? 18% in the green. All right. Check out the newest one, SXP. We are currently in the red, 5%. We're dying on SXP. We might have one L for the night. Oh no. Let's check and see what's going on over there. What's going on in SXP? Oh yeah, we could get a move up. That's right. That is right. This is the more risky of all the trades tonight. But, once again, the closer you are to the downtrend, the well-established downtrend, while bumping your head up against a resistance, you're just thinking it's going to continue its way to the downside. Oh no. We started flashing a little green down there. Oh no. It's trying. Alright, everybody. Well, this was fun. This was great. Hopefully we don't get devastated overnight like I'm thinking could happen. Ario also has support way down there at 119. If it loses 0.28, looking like XRP. Yeah, it's this is what summer price action looks like, where a lot of selling pressure comes into play after seeing nice rallies. A lot of selling pressure going into summer. Just try not to get caught off guard. Just try not to. Who knows? Maybe Australia will pump these markets because, you know, they're in winter. Maybe they'll do it. In the course of them fighting for their lives against everything out there trying to kill them. Moodang trying to catch some bids right now. SXP trying to catch some bids. Things are interesting in the markets tonight. Things are interesting. SPX not catching bids. Alright, everybody. Well, I appreciate everyone who came out to the live stream tonight. I do appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to see what Wall Street does. Are they going to ravage the coffers and start devastating the market, or are they going to send us higher? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, but if these downtrends stay intact, we are in for some pain in these markets. So trade accordingly, everybody. Remember, shorting is always an option. Other than that, I'm going to get on out of here. If you're not a part of my Discord, join the Discord. It's a great place to be. I post trade setups whenever I find them. You guys can definitely be in there. What is this? Porky, you are my new 401k. Oh, here we are. I'm his new 401k. As posted in the Discord. I apparently am someone's 401k now. Absolutely insane. But yeah, join the Discord. If you need an exchange to trade on, we are affiliated with 3 separate exchanges. All the links are in the description down below. Go check them out. They've also been periodically popping up through the chat, so you guys can check that out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget, guys, also, show some love over to Meet Damien as well as Trade Intuition. They're out here dropping as much knowledge as possible. They're trying to educate y'all, especially when I'm not live. It is absolutely amazing to watch them live. Go check them out. Look at ENA. Tito, are we serious? I'm saying my goodbyes, and you're like, ENA? Jesus Christ. ENA, still looking for that 38% downside. Damn, this thing went crazy. Not looking good, Tito. It's not looking good. Someone 401k is better than child support. That's fair. That's definitely fair. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Tito. It's just things are looking kind of bearish out here. And I don't even understand how you got a high 4-hour stochastic while doing literally nothing. I would expect another drop. 21.22. could be the area you're targeting. We're going to have to wait and see what happens come Monday morning. All right, everybody, I'm getting out of here. Deuces. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have any requests, drop them inside of the Discord. I'll get to them as soon as I can. But, yeah, other than that, I'm getting out of here. Much love, everybody. I'll see you later. Everybody on Pumpkin, I appreciate each and every one of you as well. I'm going to get on out of here.